What is going on, everybody? It is Craig, and I might have said that a little more lackluster than I normally do, because I'm back with movie number 47, and exactly. That's all I can say about this film. 1962 Halloween Massacre, 2023. This movie won the preview, and I kept it up on my TV to just read to you what it's about. Is definitely bait and switchy. Even the image, like the mask that the guy had on, looks nowhere near as good as the mask that they see in the picture that you can see on the image in the thumbnail. But it says here, the FBI found the mask of a serial killer who killed 7 people on Halloween night in 1962. Yeah, that didn't happen. There were 2 people that popped up that might have been cops, but the thing is, the one was the killer. Like, don't fucking yell at me. Hey, Craig, you spoiled it. I saved your ass. This movie, one, you're listening to about a 15-minute diatribe on Jackie O and Marilyn Monroe and the Kennedys in the car, which is okay. 1962. And I kept waiting for, the 1962 part to be quick and a kill, and then they find this mask right on. Like, when they say if I find the mask, I figured, okay, so they find the mask, they think the killer's back. So what I'm watching thing is just a weak setup is the whole movie. So you have the 4 people in the car, one of whom is broken up with her boyfriend, yet, he doesn't accept it, and she's like, well, he needs to move on, yet she's having a party at his house. Which, by the way, it's a party, and, only those 4 people have any notoriety at the party. No one, aside from someone holding up a decanter at one point, to nothing, other than when they died. I don't know. I'm genuinely annoyed at this because I feel like I want someone to explain to me how we go from the FBI found the mask of serial killer killed 7 people on Halloween night, 1962, to what we just found. Because for what it's worth, they didn't find the mask, so it really doesn't matter. So that whole finding the mask bullshit didn't even happen. And the 4 douches who were in the car, and they were douches. I mean, they were, the high society, highfalutin. We're going to have it with the Rockefeller. Literally, we're going to have the Rockefeller function. And all that. Oh, they don't like us, we don't like them. And what? No. It's just, I don't. And even more so, those 4, they ran off in the woods to hide after the killer was in the house. So now that you know who the killer is, the killer essentially is one of the cleanup people that works for the families, but I don't know why he killed all the people. Nothing makes sense about what transpired. And when they did finally have kills, the one kill was a slit throat from behind, fine. The other kill was a stab. Everything's just with knife, and you don't really see most of it. Which, again, I'm not sitting here some sicko, I need to see blood. But if you're calling the movie The Massacre, you gotta have more than that. There was some blood splatter that was very poorly digitally put in there in the first one, but that's really just about it. And everyone else you just saw sort of stabbed and then fall. Even so, and he did drug the punch, but the drugging the punch didn't affect the people, the main 4 nearly as much as the other ones, because they had a hard time getting away, hard time fighting back. God, this movie, you ever be mad at a movie? And it's not listen, if I paid money to see this movie, I would be freaking livid. And here's the honestly, on the true part. The acting was fine. I think the one blonde girl, I guess, is probably the leadish character. Although it wasn't, they didn't really have that. She acted fine. The 2 main guys acted fine, even though they're douches. The one girl was okay. There was no one in it that I looked at and oh my god. What is it? What's the movie? Not Splatter University. I can't think of the title now. I know there's a movie. They did a remake of it too, and the original one's from the 80s. And I really enjoyed the movie. Saudi House Massacre, maybe? And I know one of the actresses was just horrendous. And that was still a good movie. I could still handle that. The acting was fine. The shooting was okay. Except for the fact in the 60s, they're walking around carrying cameras. The old schooly ones, but I almost going to investigate that to see if that was a thing. Like, would people just nonchalantly have, like, a camera? Hey, what's film in the car? Hey, what's going on? Yay. Oh, gosh. I don't know. I haven't been this upset watching a movie in a while. And I'm not talking about, like, upset. Like, oh, no, Bambi's mom. Like, I mean upset. Like, I really wasted my time. The acting was fine. The story made no sense. It was A to B and then T to U. And then maybe, like, Z to Esset, which is the 27th letter in the German alphabet. That's how fucking confusing this thing got. I don't know. This is... I don't know. Yeah. The acting was good enough. I can't completely destroy it, but I guess I just did. I'm gonna... two. It gets a 2. It gets a 2, and it just gets a 2 for the acting. Everything else, the story, the continuity, the special effects, the practical effects, the everything. It gets a 2. Anyway, folks, give me a movie that's not gonna piss me off like that, because now I really want. Now's where I get careful, and that's why sometimes I go slow to this, because I don't want to keep burying on bad movies. But we got a couple of downers and a low, so 2 out of 10 for. What is it? 1962 Halloween Massacre. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I did not mean to. It was bad. Stay away. Till we meet again. Peace.